Welcome to the No Spin News for Monday, December 9th, 2024. Stand up for your country. Well, this morning, Daniel Penny, New York City, found not guilty of crimes in a terrible situation. Penny, Long Island native, Marine Corps vet, on a subway. A guy named Jordan Neely, 30-year-old homeless black male, came into the subway car, was terrorizing the passengers. Mr. Penny sought to neutralize the conduct by getting Neely in a choke hold, and Neely died. And it was obviously big New York City story, because many felt that the very far left district attorney, Alvin Bragg, should not have brought the charges, as there were so many people in the subway car saying they were afraid of this guy. Neely, who was a trouble man, in a long rap sheet. So anyway, it went to trial, and the jury acquitted Penny of criminally negligent homicide this morning, and last Friday of second-degree manslaughter. If he had been convicted, he would have had to do time. So now he's done, but he's being sued civilly by Jordan's family, and it never ends. And I'm going to do a more in detail analysis here for WABC, which is our flagship radio station. But I'll tell you that a case like this, even though I believe justice was done, because there was reasonable doubt all over the place about intent and whether he died from the confrontation with Daniel Penny, he had drugs in his bloodstream, on and on. Okay. But there was reasonable doubt, in my opinion. But there's also a race factor here that always comes into play in New York and many other urban areas around the country. So that's there as well. But all in all, I think justice was done in this case. So let's turn to politics and the final tally of the November election. So we've got a map here. It was on Substack, which is an online political platform. And it shows all the counties in the country and where they voted. The reds are all for Trump. This is an astronomical stat. Donald Trump won 2,552 counties. Harris won 382. And you can see where the blue is located. And that's interesting. So California coast, all the way from the Mexican border up to almost Oregon, is just flat out blue territory, but the rest of California is not. New Mexico is the highest number of counties per capita voting blue, voting for liberal candidates. And that's because in New Mexico, it's 66% minority in the state. And minority people generally are dependent on entitlements. And the Democratic Party, of course, the champion of big spending entitlements. So that's what that happens. New England is solid blue, and that's been that way since 1992, except for Maine. Maine is a little independent, but New England is solid liberal across the board. And I believe, because I lived in New England for many years, went to Boston U and Harvard, and then worked local news up there, it's the schooling in New England is all liberal. The universities, the high schools, the middle schools, it's unbelievable. And if you are not liberal, you do not work. Very hard to get a job, particularly in the college systems. And there's so many colleges in New England. So anyway, that's a big blue. New York is blue, but it's trending against the crazy progressive left. So Donald Trump did win in a landslide if you go county by county, which is really the way to do it. Because even though, states like Montana and Wyoming, these are rural states, Idaho, these are Americans. And if you look at the communities across the country, overwhelmingly, they're traditional. And the Democratic Party relies on LA, Chicago, New York, and these massive cities, Atlanta, Houston, to survive. Because again, in those cities concentrated are the poor who need the government subsidies. So that's how it shakes down. But I know, because I know this country as well as any human being does, that the overwhelming sentiment is away from the far left, away from progressive values. And that's the memo. Okay. Along with the Democratic Party getting decimated, and there's no leadership, we went over that. Very hard for Democrats to make a comeback even 4 years from now unless Trump screws up really big time. Trump does his job and fulfills some of his promises, the big ones, driving prices down, controlling the border, calming down overseas. Fulfills those, Vance will walk into the presidency. All right, because the Democrats don't have anybody that's nationally known. Okay, big disadvantage. But the media took it worse than the Democratic Party. This is an astounding story. So on television, which is the primary vehicle that Americans look to for news, because they want local news, the weather, things like that, but television is the delivery system. That's changing now over to the internet. I mean, my operation proves that. But the traditional television distributors of news and information, that's unbelievable. MSNBC is through, as we reported. NBC is cutting ties with it. They may even have to move out of New York City. There was an article over the weekend. They might have to go to northern New Jersey or Connecticut because they can't afford, MSNBC can't afford to rent facilities in Manhattan, not being part of NBC anymore. They'll have to change the name. It's not going to be MSNBC. It's going to be like the tennis channel. It'll be there. I don't think it'll be out of business, but they'll have to, everybody will go. They're not going to pay millions of dollars to people anymore. So they're done. CNN has to revamp. You realize in the morning, they do a morning show. Everybody does a morning show, right? So CNN in the morning is around 400,000 viewers. It's nothing. I mean, that's from Anchorage, Alaska to Key West. There's 330 million people in this country. They got 400,000 watching. Nobody watching them. So they have to do something. I don't think they're going to fold it, but they got to, I guess, start all over. The networks, network news consists of morning programming and then the half hour they do at night. And then, they got 60 Minutes and stuff like that. They're all declining, huge. And we gave you the numbers last week. Big drops because they all have the mindset. The only network that isn't in the liberal loop is the Fox News channel. And the Fox News channel was declining drastically before the Trump resurrection. And Fox has done very well in the last 6 months covering the campaign because they're pro-Trump. And all the MAGA people go to Fox News. And that's a fairly big crew. But after this all subsides, I think the numbers in Fox are going to drop significantly because it's dull. I mean, it's the same stuff. They can reinvigorate it. People want to watch it. MAGA people do. Conservative, traditional people do. But you got it. You can't be saying the same thing every hour on the hour. My advice, take it for what it's worth. So anyway, the corporate media, as we have described it, is really the big loser. The Democratic Party will come back. It's just a matter of when. But I don't think a lot of the media is ever going to come back. MyPillow's Christmas extravaganza underway. Some items are on sale for the first time in more than a year, like the famous My Slippers. Wore them this morning, $59.98. Plus the same price, you can get the flannel sheets. Great bargain. And for a limited time, the best-selling 6-piece towel set is available for just $29.98. Amazing. With hundreds of MyPillow products, there's something for everyone on your Christmas list, from bathrobes to quilts, down comforters, and more. Please go to mypillow.com or call 1-800-869-0298. Use promo code BILL. Save on all MyPillow products. Plus, MyPillow has made the deal even sweeter. Their 60-day money-back guarantee is now extended until March 1st. And all orders over $75 ship free. Head to MyPillow.com or call 1-800-869-0298. Use promo code BILL today. All right, YouTube channel, free. Bill O'Reilly, youtube.com/Bill O'Reilly. So we're doing a migrant thing tonight. More than I've given you here about what's fair and unfair in the migrant world. So you might want to check that out. Our YouTube channel, very successful, thanks to you. We really appreciate it. All right, let's go to the mail. Hey, Bill, you said Biden added $8 trillion in national debt, biggest spending president ever, but didn't Trump spend a similar amount? Oh, no. Okay, here is the number. Congressional Budget Office. Donald Trump added $7.2 trillion to the budget. That includes the vaccine. Warp speed, remember that? So it's 7.2, but the vaccine's a big chunk of that. Biden, no vaccine, $9 trillion. Nobody else came close to Biden. All right, this is Darren Norton, Dublin, Ireland, great town. Hey, Bill, enjoy watching you on YouTube. Just wondering what your thoughts on President Trump in the terms of U.S. companies taking their profits abroad. Ireland will be very hurt if that changes. Trump wants the companies to come back here. He does not want American companies overseas. Now, I don't think he's going to do anything legislatively on it, as long as the American companies paying their taxes here in addition to Ireland. But it's a good question. And my bottom line answer is I don't know yet. Sarah Boyce, Croton, New York. I had to smile, Mr. O'Reilly, when you noted Europeans are clueless about how we live in the USA. I agree. But I'm in touch with cousins in Ireland often, and I'm shocked to hear that they can't say anything positive about Trump or they will be disparaged. That's because the left-wing press dominates Ireland and every other European country, except for Hungary. Sue Raymore, Cincinnati, Ohio. Hey, Bill, I know there are problems in the world, but we need some humor once in a while. I'm older than you. I laughed very hard at your Sunday column. It brought tears to my eyes. I wrote my Sunday column entitled Let's Get Physical about my annual physical that I got on Friday. So I'm glad you liked it, Sue. And I did want to bring some mirth, M-I-R-T-H, to the proceedings. We got Prince Cotter, I believe his name is, Silverton, Oregon. I'm looking for the name of the website to check on charitable donations. Charity Navigator, one word, charitynavigator.org. Good. So before you go on it, check the charity out there. Mary and Tim Waite, West Rutland, Vermont. I used to vacation. I didn't. My parents dragged me to Lake Bomoseen, right outside of Rutland. Hey, Bill, thanks so much for your investigating the truth and sharing it. We hear the term gaslighting a lot. Where does that come from? Gaslighting comes from a 1944 movie starring Charles Boyer. Gaslighting means that when you see a gaslight, it's not real fire. It's the image of a fire, but it's a false image. So gaslighting means putting forth something false, pretending it's true. Joe Dufak, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Really enjoyed your YouTube commentary on Jesus. Hope you added historical context that actually encourages me to get the Killing Jesus book. Well, if you want to know about the birth of Jesus, you get Killing Jesus, not a religious book. Simple as that. Add to your Christmas holiday. Tony Gowan, Papillon, Nebraska. I think I'm saying it right. I could be wrong. Just finished Killing the Witches. The study of American history is a great lesson. Now I'm on to Killing Jesus. You'll like Killing Jesus, particularly at Christmas time. All right, let's go to the Christmas store on BillO'Reilly.com. Here we go. The cutoff for personalized books is today. Want me to sign a book for you? Anybody you want? Today is the last day to get that. Ground shipping, $12.17 a week from tomorrow. We can ship out. You'll get it by Christmas, but you got about a week. Okay, United States Trump. You want to know about Trump? Here's the book. And you get a free Not Woke bumper sticker if you purchase. Not Woke is our big item this Christmas. T-shirts, polos, Not Woke bumper stickers. You'll make friends. Everybody loves them. Mugs, you want them. Not Woke, Team Normal, Stand Up for Your Country, all in one package, or you buy them individually. And the best gift ever, all the Killing books, all 13, plus Confronting the President, 14 gifts for a very moderate price. All right, word of the day to not be supercilious. SUPERCILLIOUS. No, one L. Back with a final thought in a moment. We're all feeling good about where our country's headed. Well, not all of us, but a lot of us. But bad things can happen when we let our guard down, which is why I keep myself prepared thanks to My Patriot Supply. From emergency food kits to solar generators and water treatment systems, they have it all. Right now, their 4-week emergency food kit is $50 off. That kit includes favorites like creamy Alfredo pasta, delicious snacks, banana chips, that kind of thing. Warehouses are located all across the country, so My Patriot Supply can send your 4-week emergency food kit in one day. Emergencies can happen anytime. So please visit preparelikebill.com to get your 4-week emergency food kit. That's preparelikebill.com. Order your 4-week emergency food kit today. Today's economic climate, very stressful, as you know. But with the Fed finally dropping interest rates, there's no better time to put you and your family in a better financial position. As a homeowner, American Financing can help you free credit card debt by using equity. They've already helped thousands of families just like yours. On average, American Financing saves borrowers more than $800 a month. That's like a $10,000 raise in the marketplace. Better yet, it costs nothing to find out how much you can save. They are even closing some in as little as 10 days. And if you start today, you may not have to make next month's mortgage payment. There's no better time to turn your situation around. Please call today, 888-462-9557. 888-462-9557, AmericanFinancing.net. Okay, final thought of the day. The New York Mets got Juan Soto. If you're not a sports baseball person, you should care about this because it's very interesting. Soto's 26. He was on the Yankees last year. Yankees went to the World Series. He may be the best baseball player. He's in the top 5, no doubt. So they pay him $765 million over 15 years. That's $51 million a year this guy makes, okay? He's on the payroll till he's 40, the Met payroll, but he can opt out after 5 years. Now, he got a $75 million signing bonus just for putting his name on the contract. And it's unbelievable, this contract. Why is it happening? This is the importance of the story. Entertainment's collapsed, okay? Music industry collapsed. Not sports. Sports is still surging. It's where the big money is. Merchandising, all right? You go to the game, it costs you $500 to go to the game. People want live sports in America. That's the only thing on television that's growing, live sports. Money is astronomical, okay? And that's why it's happening. Thank you for watching and listening to the No Spin News tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching the No Spin News. To watch the full episode anytime on BillO'Reilly.com, please sign up to become a premium or concierge member. Visit BillO'Reilly.com to sign up and start watching today.